Steve Bannon's in a bit of a tough spot here after a recent court filing from Bannon indicated that his bank account may actually contain evidence of criminal activity. And Bannon had to make this court filing because his former lawyer, a man by the name of Robert Costello, is actually trying to hold Bannon accountable to pay his legal fees because Costello represented Bannon for quite some time, including in part of the We Build the Wall scam. But Bannon never paid Costello. So Costello has gone to court through his law firm, Davidoff, Hutcher, and Citron, DHC, trying to get their money that they are owed for legal services provided to Steve Bannon. And as part of this attempt to recover their fees from Bannon, they have asked the judge to get Steve Bannon's bank statements, right? Let us see what's in his bank account so we even know if he has the ability to pay us, because if he doesn't, then we've got to go through a whole new set of legal hoops here to get our money from him. So he owes us money. You know he owes us money. Let us see the bank account. That's not an unreasonable request. But Bannon, through his new lawyer, who hopefully he is paying, asked the judge last week, please, for the love of God, do not let them look at our bank statements because, oh man, there could be some stuff in there. Here's what they wrote. DHC's taking of post-judgment discovery from Mr. Bannon poses a significant risk of compromising Mr. Bannon's Fifth Amendment right against self-incrimination. Self-incrimination. But they're just looking at your bank account. They're just looking to see how much money you have and what you're spending money on. So what could be in the bank account? Could it be related to the We Build the Wall trial that is coming up in May? You don't want them to see that maybe you got large influxes of cash and then spent lavishly on yourself and, oh no, maybe that could be used against you? Now, here's the fun part. In a civil case, the Fifth Amendment doesn't exactly work the same way it does in a criminal trial. And because this is a civil matter, it's just the lawyers trying to recoup the money that Bannon owes them, it's not criminal. Therefore, pleading the Fifth can be used against the defendant. Now, if the judge agrees that the Fifth Amendment would apply here and Bannon does not have to give over his information, then that doesn't necessarily provide anything for the We Build the Wall trial. But what it would allow, if this case with the lawyer has to go to trial, the jury in the civil trial would be able to use that against Bannon and issue a pretty quick judgment saying you got to pay the guy because you're hiding something in your bank account. So again, Fifth Amendment cannot be used against you in a criminal trial. Even if you plead the Fifth, the jury has to be instructed not to even think that you did it. They don't have to do that in the civil trial. They can go ahead and assume that you are hiding something in a civil trial. So by trying to protect himself from the We Build the Wall trial, he's also admitting that, oh yeah, there's probably something there. And it's pretty much guaranteeing him that if he goes to trial against his former lawyer, he's going to lose. So Bannon didn't just screw himself over once. Kind of seems like he may have screwed himself over about 3 different times here. And I just don't see any way that this ends well for him, especially considering the fact that, yes, you do have your Fifth Amendment right against self-incrimination. However, you are still open to the rules of discovery. And since this is a bank issue, you cannot hide those records. This is a financial issue. The records are going to be called. You cannot use the Fifth to try to cover those up. So you lost on 3 different counts there, bud. Maybe you should have stuck with the good lawyer instead of having to go for the, cheaper one that you hopefully, again, maybe you're paying. I don't know, but we'll find it all out when that trial starts in May. Ring of Fire is just a few subscribers short of hitting that 1 million subscriber milestone. So if you're not already subscribed, please go ahead and do so and stay up to date with all of the latest from Ring of Fire.